speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know what set me if it could flee. Me have to take away me say. Me have to take away me say. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away myself. I have to take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Surely I leave where I ease. I said, yeah, I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play you, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself.
Greetings, kings and queens. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. Today is Wednesday, and on a Wednesday we have Caribbean music legend. And today our Caribbean music legend is none other than Sly Dunbar. Yes, you know Sly Dunbar from the reggae prolific duo Sly and Robbie. I got Flavius, Max 18, and Francine will be joining us in a few minutes. So top of the morning.
Grand Rising.
How you guys doing? How you guys doing this morning?
Doing good. I'm doing good.
Right.
How you all doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
doing
good.
well.
Woo! Love it.
Pump up and ready to go.
That's right.
So what's happening in your neck of the woods? What's happening in your neck of the woods this morning?
Oh, the sun is shining,
Yeah.
but it's a deceptor because it's going to be raining.
Welcome to Florida.
Thank you.
Flavius, what happening in your neck of the woods, man?
Oh, bright sunshine, but very hot.
All right. I see, man. I see. Very hot. So this is the first time you hear Flavius I say, the place hot, you know, the first time. Normally, him that say,
Bleaky.
You know,
normally him that give me a different thing, you know, but now he must say the place hot.
Yeah. Normally it's bleaky. It's not bleaky today. It's hot.
It hot, Kingston. I don't know Kingston him there. Can you imagine that?
yeah. Yeah, my area is always cool, but the heat is not strong.
Okay. Well, that's understood. So, guess what? You want to just go straight to it and bring in our guest?
Yeah, man.
Might as well. All right. Max 18, are you ready?
Oh, yes, darling. I'm ever ready.
Flavius, are you ready?
Oh, yes, of course.
I'm waiting on Francis. I know she ready already. All right. Okay. I know she ready. So, guess what we're going to do? I'm just going to call him right away. And then in the meantime, we can, you know, get straight to the thing.
Yeah, man.
Sounds
All
good.
right. Max, are you ready?
I'm here.
Shoot it. Read up the bio now.
Gotcha. Sly Dunbar. Lowell Sly Fillmore Dunbar, born May 10th, 1952 in Kingston, Jamaica, is a drummer best known as one half of the prolific Jamaican rhythm section and reggae production duo Sly and Robbie. Dunbar began playing at 15 in a band called the Yardbrooms. His first appearance on a recording was on the Dave and Ansell Collins album Double Barrel. Dunbar joined a band Ansell Collins called Skin, Flesh, and Bones. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Sly Dunbar.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yes, top of the morning, sir.
Yeah. Some of the little things were not.
Grand
Some of the bio were
Rising.
not perfect. Huh?
Run
Yeah,
that
some of the
by
bio
me.
was not perfect. Like I started playing at 14.
Oh, at 14. Okay.
Yeah, and the first song I played them was a song called Night Doctor. Came out as the Upsetter, which was produced by Ansell Collins, but he sold the tape to the Upsetter. And the second song I played before I reached 15 was Double Barrel, which was a million-selling record. So Light Park was my tutor. Ansell Collins was the one who took me to the studio. And I started playing in the band at Yardbrooms around the age of 14 growing up. I started playing in the band.
All right. Well,
Wow.
thanks for dressing up that bio for us then.
Yeah, sometimes, sometimes make a little mistake, and things like that, but it's all right.
So, Flavius, I'm going to give you the honor of, asking the first question.
Well,
Yeah, man.
I have the earth-shaking question. Well,
Yeah.
firstly, would love you to tell us a little about, your journey, how you started and all that. But the big question I have
Okay.
is, why the drums?
What? Repeat again?
Why the drums?
Okay, why the drums is first thing, I like piano really, because I admire
Okay.
people like Jackie too, from the Scatterlights, and I admire Lightning. But when I see Lightning playing so much thing, I said, that's what I wanted, because he's playing a lot of things. That means it's impossible for him to play so many things. So that's what I wanted to do. And then listen to a lot of records when I was a kid growing up, like foreign records, local records, and everything. I went to the stage show to watch the Scatterlights at the State Theater. Dan Drummond wasn't there. I think he was in prison because they just killed Margarita. And I saw this original Scatterlight live in living color. So my mother was a fan of music, she really loved music very much. And so she sent me to the stage show. And, as you, them days, they have put on your suit and go to stage show and everything, because the whole English kind of rules still exist, then. So when I saw the Scatterlights, came back and decided I wanted to do that, But when I used to go to Trenchtown Comprehensive High School, they used to call me Scatterlights at school because I knew all of the instrumentals and we could play it. And at times when we get free period, I would play on the desk and we sing a song, everybody would be dancing. And, so they used to call me Scatterlights. But where I decide now, I could go forward or backwards and that, but we at school were going on like a summer break, and we went and take Ken Booth to come and perform at the school. At the time, he had Pop and a String as a big song, so we went down to his home and doing Denham Town, kind of Trenchtown, just walk and go around. So we went and he said, yes, he and the Gaelic band came and performed at the school, and we saw the whole thing myself and Willie Williams who sing Armageddon, and he used to be at school. And so, really, this is it, music, music. So what we used to do at evening time, we used to spend like our bus fare and punch the jukebox, and then we walk home. And then we were singing all these songs going home and everything. When some people's going to Waterhouse, I'm going to be from Olympic Way. That's the last stop. But the other friend of mine, we call him Father. We are going to the same place, We used to sing song and just wish could be a star like Ken Booth. When I left for the summer holiday, I go back and told my mother I didn't want to go back, so I want to do music. And they said, okay, no problem. And then That's where Light Park used to come over now because he was singing at Studio One. And I had a big tape recorder, a friend of mine had left at my home. So I used to fool it for Light Park to come and sing his write a song. I would play it on the tape of the tape cover, like Rock said, because I was listening on the radio and he would sing all his new song before it was recorded on tape, So I would spend around 2 years doing that, under the mango tree and everything, eating cut cake and all of things. And then I just, in Light Park, start playing guitar now in RC Invincible. And then I went and played a little band called Yardbrooms. But there was a friend of mine called Ranchi. When we started out, we used to make guitar and things like that. And we used to play and sing. And the lady came along now. He was like the senior man. And Ranchi started playing in that band called RC Invincible. I was playing a little band called Yardbrooms. And the first gig I did was at a place called Teens and 20 on Walton Park Road, a club. And a friend of mine was a singer called Barry House. He lives in Canada now. And he sang Red Red Wine, and we got a big round of applause. And that was the first applause I got, So, wow. Look like I am on my way. So, start taking it serious now. And when Auntie called me to play my first record, I didn't know he would call me. I went down there to check Ranchi and Lydie playing in the band. And then what happened is Auntie said, you can play those, I can play a little. So they asked me to play. So when I finished, because there was a drummer who was playing in the band called Tin Leg, a very good drummer, wicked drummer, But he had left to do something. So I started playing a lot. I like what you're playing. I said, really? Because Ansell Collins can play drums, because when then after that I joined him, Tin Leg left the band and I joined the RC Invincible. But I couldn't play for the floor show like people like Miko Blanco. So Ansell played that part and I would play for the dance people. So they developed and started making, I said first time I played was 14 and recording Ansell Collins to get some session. And he would call me to play in the session. And the last when I started playing in Tamamacook. By the time I was 16, I was in Tamamacook, man. And Thomas, what you doing here? I said, I come to play. And he said, let's go back to school. I said, no, I want to do music. So I used to go down by Treasure Island Race. And Duke really kind of, as a kid, it kind of liked me as a kid, playing with Tamamacook. Because Tamamacook is a don, So I look to play it. And so, I did a little song down there one at the time for Justin and it's called Famous Day. And the Duke that called me to that session. I was to play on a song called You Made Me So Very Happy by Alternatives, but I didn't play. I was there today. But doing these guns like Winston Grenham came and Jackie Jackson, I'll sit around the drums to play. Duke came to me and pat me on my leg and said, don't worry, your time soon come, man. I said, I think it's cool because these men are some senior musicians, so you have to make them go forward and then learn. And I listened because Ansell was playing keyboard on the session. I was there when that song was being recorded, And why I choose the drum is just the feeling of the drums. And my father is from St. Thomas. I don't know if that is a spiritual feeling. I don't know what it is, but I relate to the drum very much like it means the world to me. And I look at some African performers with drums and I realize the vocal and drums can work, that we don't have to add any other instrumentation. So I always see the drums as the main tool. So when I started to really do a lot of sessions, my mother and I, before that, we used to watch Rick Nickerford's dance group on television and we used to see certain things. And I realized that the body movement is from the hit of the drum. Anyway, the drum, they flow. And I said, wow. Then I started getting into James Brown because I used to dance, and them things, French shuffle like James Brown. And,
Wow.
James Brown would say, yeah, man. I used to dance on TV too.
It was a shuffler, you said?
Yeah. And I told him, I think it's called, I don't know, Teenage Dance Party, yeah, man. And it's a shuffle like James Brown, I think, like James Brown and them things. And I realized when James said, give the drummer some, and I'm watching some stuff, say, the crowd gets wild and say, oh, wow. How can reggae create that kind of impact? Like when it comes to that section of the tunes, people go wild and say, we can make the drum be a standalone. So I start working on it, and then, a friend of mine would encourage me, and we used to go and listen to a friend called Newton Bolivar. He had a discotheque on a night. And Wednesday night, we go and listen to all the new tune, and we would play some song and we listen to the frequency and everything, I said, wow. So I started doing homework and So that's when I get the opportunity to know to really play card. A lot of people saying that I should play like Fanta, which is a great drummer that I admire very much. And I said, I can't play like Fanta. I have to be myself. So we got some free time that we book after Ernest for Channel 1 now. So I'm going to Channel 1 now, doing some session on Saturday for some like Twinkle Brothers and all these people. And so, hello?
Yeah, we're here listening to you.
Yeah, well, it's still there. So it's Twinkle Brothers and all these people. Then I said to Ernest, I can get some free time, begging some free time because we never have any money. So myself, Ansell Collins, Rod Bryan, Dougie Bryan, and Ranches on bass. I know Ranches on guitar, but he was playing bass on the session. We cut a couple of songs each for ourselves, and then we decided to give Ernest, that Channel 1 engineer, a song, a rhythm. So the rhythm was right time. So my friend and I called Bobby, he's dead now. At night time, we'll walk up to Sombrero, and on Saturday night, I watch Baron Lee play. So after the picture, a little old, but we had 2 shillings, and we could buy 2 cups of soup. So we buy 2 cups of soup and sleep that the whole night, until Baron Lee finished, like at 2 o'clock in the morning, walk, come back down to Olympic and Bay Farm Road. But we feel good because we see the live band playing and we hear the music and everything. So I don't know, and I get me from there, and I started playing with Tom McCook, and I used to play on TV called Top 10 Tunes with Tom McCook. I play for all the artists that have the song in the top 10. I remember I had like 4 songs. Bob Marley was there on the wheel. All the top artists, they would come on television, we play live and everything. So from there, I started, struggling, going through the bad time, the good time, not giving up on everything, because I don't felt that there's at the end of the tunnel, there's some light in the shine, so with the help of, not of myself, but other musicians, and I just want to big up all musicians, singers and producers, and who gave me the opportunity to really perform and play. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be who I am today. So I want to say enough respect and to all drummers. I salute all drummers and everybody in the music industry. Produce everyone, because without one another we can't work, and for them to give me the go ahead. I mean, I said to Robbie the other day, I said, boy, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to play him to Sly. You play something that you wonder, how you going to do it, or what you going to do. And when you listen back to the playback, it's so great. But I said, I want to thank you still, because if somebody said something negative, I would have to change. But I don't know how come the drum took over so much in Jamaica, but everybody used to leave it up to me to play whatever I feel like playing. I used to go to Joggies when I go on tour, all recording would stop. When I come back and they sing me around, because there was no cellular phone, so you have to drive around me. And one man seemed to say, fly come back, new things coming, and new things come. So, I remember I came back, Joggies had done a session. I don't remember, almost 16 songs. So when I came back, Harold Thompson said, well, you have to come and dub at these. And I said, why have to dub at these? And he said, why? Joe, give us they're not rocking. When they say not rocking, that means that the groove is not there. It can't go to the dance and play that.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do now. Like, is that good drummer playing these things? And say, yes, they're good, but something is missing. So I said, all right. So I went in the Friday morning and dubbed 16 drum. One of the first songs I did that man was Good. I live by Dennis Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And I took that song, and when I started playing it, I said, oh, to the light, everybody said, gone, it's gone. I said, what have I done? I said, I said, what have I done? Whenever I listened to what the other drummer was playing, I said, this is how I feel it. And I said, just do anything you feel like, anything you want to play, just play. And I said, all right. And there was another song I dubbed that man, could I have faith in you, and all this thing, and
big tune that.
You think I love the Dennis Brown version. So I played another Dennis Brown record up I did. So I don't know if it's a style or what I was feeling for the song that made the song. But I was thinking totally African, but nobody knew.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take certain groove and I take out certain note and we copy it down like I can cut and paste to reggae so you can fit it to reggae. And I work it out. So whenever I come on a session, they know that every song would have a different pattern. I wouldn't say the same pattern every song. So most of the producers like that because sometimes I take the drum and really let it control the rhythm, like be a part of the song. Because like, for example, I was down by the institute that I playing, I think in 2020 January, they have the Chinese connection. And I really didn't know that the people knew all the drum pattern that I played. So we started playing empty. And when we kick off and the band started playing and I'm playing the, everybody started rocking. I said, wow. And then we went into Revolution. I was playing the same pattern in Baltimore. Then when Diamond came on now and started to move forward, because most of the time they perform, they play the rhythm kind of fast. So you don't get that groove within the thing. But I don't know why they play so fast. So when I start playing, I have to pull up like,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I want to ask you something real quick, if I could. Again, my name is Maxonette. Seeing that you're speaking about how you created this, the question pop up. The rhythm that we were playing, Taxi here, right? Unmetered Taxi. How did you come up with that? Because that rhythm is still alive.
The bass line came from a song from a friend of mine called Marvel, right? But when we were recording the session, Robbie and myself were just, because sometimes I booked the time and I was going to the studio and I was playing. So we were just recording a part and I was, the way I was thinking, we used to mix the song of whoop, 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 whoop. So we were playing, so Robbie had somebody to mention a bass line and Robbie started playing the bass line. So we had recorded the song and leave it there for over a year, And then playing up there. So one day I went and said, well, this sounds cute. And I said, there's no instrumental on the street. So somebody said to me, I go with that like idiot tune. I said, but I didn't even know, if it work, it work. If it don't work, it work. So, but I think somebody on the radio used to play it and talk over it every night. And but I think the one that Marvel had done was a popular song in the dance originally. So it kind of revive back itself, But we kind of played it kind of a bit different, a little bit different.
Okay. It's so popular. It's just, when you hear it, you know what to do.
As I say, I try to use the drum to talk to people,
Right.
A good rubber dub song, we figure a dance and a rubber dub. Yeah, man.
Because see, we make our name like I used to go to dance. I would stand up and listen to you playing Kingston, etc.
Okay.
When we were kids, everybody was in Waterhouse, and you get all these new songs, and sometimes just him alone playing this song, no other son playing this song, and you would talk over it and everything, So we grew up listening to the whole vibe of that. We had a real grassroots rockers and everything, And there was a lot of parties we kept in Waterhouse. So we used to go party, and sometimes they put on like a headphones on top album. You can't take it off, you have to play everything out. And if you don't grab a girl, if you don't get a girl, in problem, But if you get a girl during the headphone session, you're a girl,
A true thing, man.
And I put you on the spot in a slide. But I want to have a next question for you. And I'm being greedy, but I can't help it because that rhythm, they're wicked, man. But out of all of them, right? I mean, you have such a bio, the life you live. Which one is your favorite out of all of them? Because this is my favorite, but that are me.
All right, you tell the truth. So everything I do, I really like it, because I get up to art and soul and everything.
Wow.
But some people can like someone and some. But there's a song that I like very, very much. Where when I was doing this album for Virgin called Rasta Fiesta.
Okay.
And those experiments we're doing, we were trying to make dub. We were trying to carry dub uptown because in them days the music was like in partition downtown and uptown people listen to a certain thing. So the downtown was the rubber dub side, I think, so.
Right.
So it's like a cross it over and bring some elements to it that they probably could listen to understand. So that album was really making to take the dub that we're playing.
What's the name of the song you said name?
Like there's a song called Rasta Fiesta. Come from an album called Sly, and Wicked.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe we can find it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry, Franco.
It came out on Virgin. Record. It was like a big record. I mean, everybody in London tells me, boy, when this album came out, like, everybody had a copy of it. Really? Because I was signed to Virgin,
Okay.
As a musician, as a drummer, So I made 2 albums for them.
Sly, Slick, and what? Sly, Slick, and what? And Wicked?
Sly, Slick, and Wicked,
Yeah. And the album and the song name was Rasta something another?
Rasta Fiesta.
Okay, Rasta Fiesta. We'll find it. Don't worry.
But you find police and thief, don't it? Oh my goodness!
The question I have.
Again?
Yeah. She said something about police and thief.
That's
Police
another
and
one.
Thief. No, I played on that. I played on that record for Reaper. I played drums on that. Police and Thief for Police
Oh,
and
wow.
Thief in the street. I played on that record. Yeah.
Beautiful. Wow, wow. Drums are my favorite. I mean, I used to play the drums as a kid, so I really love hearing all of this boom, boom, boom. This, oh
You know,
man, music.
I do a census, you know, and I ask a lot of women what their favorite instrument. Everybody loves drums. 'Cause what they say, like when they
Yes,
clean in the house and the beat playing, it kind of give them
yes,
workload feel
To
easier. So them
work.
love to hear the beat. Say
And
yes,
then,
really? I say, yeah, man, we love the beat. So
and
I
them want
start
to
telling
wind up
engineer in the
themselves
studio,
too
say,
as well.
yes. While we're
yeah, I
cooking,
start telling,
that did
yeah.
it thing.
So
Yeah,
I start telling the
Sly.
engineer in the studio, no,
Sly. I'd like to ask you a question. This is Courtney.
yeah, man, no
Firstly,
problem, man.
how did you get the name Sly?
All right, I
Aye.
tell you when I get it. I used to play in a band called the Volcanoes. When I started, first time I started playing at Tipton with the band called the Volcanoes. So he got a job now to play at this hotel called Calypso Colony in Trelawney, in Runaway Bay. So I went down, so we used to live there in country, and then I would come up on a Sunday and go back down, you know. So I always just to slide the family stone because I listen to a lot of funky records. I used to listen to everything, you know. And my sister used to buy all of these records, Impression, James Brown, everything. So I've listened to Sly and the Family Stone. I said, wow. And I realized it was a black and white group. Like, you know, the drummer was white, the aunt was white, and Sly and his sister were like black. I said, wow, this is wicked, you know. But I listened to just the groove at there. So I was on the country listening to Sly, Sly, Sly. And the band leader said, every day just Sly, Sly. So you don't listen to nothing. I said, no. I said, why? Because the Sly is bad, you know. I said, all right, you know. So I call it Sly from so everything I do is a Sly, come here. Sly, Sly. When the
Okay.
band when Hotel went into receivership now, we came back to town. So went to back to Tipper to check me so you know, we're back in town if we want to really start a band. And that's how we could play there like at night time because Reddit's were it's stripping on. There's a live band in every club. So yeah, so we got it together. So we call the band Kingfish and Bones. So
Hmm.
when I went come back to town, everybody started calling me Sly, you know. I said, wow, I didn't, you know, stuck.
Okay.
So what I
All
have to do
right.
now, everything, plane tickets to come from me in Sly. So I have to put Sly in my passport.
Watch
Whoa.
That's a good one. That's
So
a
I'm
good
a
one.
driver's license. It's a Lowell, Sly, Fillmore Dunbar. So it have to be, everything
Whoa.
came in
Okay.
Sly.
Hmm.
Oh,
Nobody knew me as Lowell or Fillmore. It's Sly.
Okay.
Okay. I have
Yeah, so I have
I
to do
have
that.
two
Yeah,
questions. And the
like
yeah
reason
take
man.
over.
and the reason why I have two questions. One is the first one is D Brown. What's it like
Yeah.
working with Dennis Brown? Because I
Everything,
have
all
seen
right.
him in studio in action already, and it's phenomenon. So,
All
what
right,
it
see
is
when him
like?
come to studio,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Dennis Brown, when you have a Dennis Brown session, you know they can play on at least 3 hit tunes
Mm-hmm.
from Dennis Brown, right? So like
Yeah.
as a musician, you gear yourself for the session because this is gonna be a nice session. A session where you don't even want to finish. So when me to come to when come to Joe gives and perform and then because I knew Dennis from a longer time and cause I was starting young playing in bands, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Dennis going to sing in the Falcons band and we was a Christmas man concert I played drums in the Falcons band. We were young, you know, very, very young. And I things like that. So when Dennis come to studio now, studio always full because I have this kind of spirit and this vibe, you know, and everything. So once him come in and start singing, you know, so the rhythm I go down. Like when we're doing Revolution and say, hold on to what you got and Dennis rocking, it's like the studio rum like a dance hall, you know, and he wouldn't be in the middle with the microphone singing because all they sing is sing the book called Burn Down, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the place are rocking and you see smoking and place like rain on a fall. Cause everybody go for them pipe man and brother cause Dennis inside a record
Yeah.
and when we look at Revolution man and hold on to what you got and have you ever been in love? That Channel One studio man. It was by the time whenever I have that on film, it really showed
Mm-hmm.
people see the vibration in that day that the Dennis said to me, boy, I can't sing back them tune there now.
Mm.
So why? So the vibe the day, I've got on with my live mic and the people I'm inside the studio. We look at the control black, you know. It's like a big dance, you know.
Yeah.
Those are three of us playing, me, Robbie Lane, and Robbie playing, you know. The three of us, you know. But I tell you, the vibration and the super, I tell you, something I can't come back, man. It's done.
Yes. I seen him in
And
a
this is why
studio.
people like you, have to go, learn to love the music because we were feeling it. It was a
Yeah,
feeling. It wasn't just
yeah.
a mechanical thing. It
That's
was just
true.
living every day. And someday we're going to studio. Nobody now with the money and everything, but
Mm-hmm.
everybody was happy.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's
there was a caring and sharing thing
mm-hmm.
for everyone. Because if one man go to the shop and bring back something for everybody, it
True,
was a
true,
different vibration. It wasn't no superstar thing. Nobody was even thinking of that.
true, true, true,
We just
true.
want the music with the songs. Because it was a survival. This is why you make money to take care of family
Mm-hmm.
session. So you play your very best and you want to be at the next session.
True, true. Yeah, I've
So
seen him.
every session I go and perform, everybody want me to play in the next session.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen him in
Because I
studio
can't
with
do my best all the time.
I've
You know?
seen him in studio with Carl Peterson, and that was really something, that should have been
Yeah,
on
yeah. Well,
video.
Carl Peterson is a genius. A lot of
Yeah,
people don't even know that.
yeah, man. That should have been on video, but every time I talk about it, it's like it give me chills. The second question I have is, you did Night Nurse with Simple Red. His
Yeah.
rendition of Night Nurse. What was that like as well?
Well, you know what? It was a project we're working on for an album called Friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to come to Jamaica because he really love reggae so much. He wanted to come to Jamaica and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Record the song. So, we kind of can tempo a little bit faster than Gregory, but we love Gregory version so much too. But we were taking it simple way on to go to the radio. Now you
Yeah.
have fun. You have a kind of thing where you make certain sound anyway. The song can go to radio, the frequency and everything. So we kind of make it a certain way that, when BBC get this song with a great vocal like Simple Red,
Mm-hmm.
it must go to radio. So like, he came to Jamaica and him sing the song, and him sing he did two Dennis Brown songs, but that little girl
Mm-hmm.
was born on the ghetto side of town. I was drinking the book, to get around. That song, he did that song so. And it was cool, and it was rock the tune. He
Mm-hmm.
did it so fast, like one take, bum, 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 done. You know? So that was a wicked session. Session.
Okay.
Just a
Nice.
follow up on Franco's questions. Can you move to Ernie Ranglin?
Yeah, man, Ernie Ranglin is a genius. Like I did an album
That
for
we
Ernie
know.
Ranglin. I did an album for Ernie Ranglin when we were in New York. We were signed to Islands and I played on it. And I did a tour with him. We did a couple of tour with him in 20. In the 20s, we did a couple of tour with him, like me, Robbie, and him, and a keyboard player. We going to tour with him, and we really, I tell you, man, it's so great, man. That I do something on the drums, and I go pick it. I just play the same thing on guitar, and I turn around and look at my lap. I play it again and play it again, and he was one of the coolest musicians you ever find. I mean, he's so relaxed. I tell you, but he must be great. I mean, him just cool, him just relaxed, him just easy going, him not chip on himself on the superstar business. Nothing like that. Wicked, man, wicked.
Yes, like Courtney again. I want to take you back to the days with the Revolutionaries. Because there are two
Yeah,
songs, there are two dub we really like, the Earthquake dub and Rootsman dub.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Well,
just tell us a little about them.
earthquake. Cause if you don't watch Channel 1 now, when we were doing those songs, it was all about the drum and the bass. So my job was to come in and find a drum pattern that can really shake up the place every day. So Jojo used to tell them, say, don't press the red light until Sly comfortable and Sly find the pattern. Because, them look at the drum and bass and the dub side really shake up the place and whatever I play them the music, the bass and the drums, and it'd be like a standalone unit. So I was there creating drum patterns and things like that. Cause even a song like Woman Like a Shadow, that took us like 4 hours to cut. Every day, time we go to a certain place, make a mistake. But I have to play it the same way every time because I don't know which they give me the take. I was 4 hours on the plate and when it was a boy, chop, leave the song, yeah, man. And somebody got them mixed up on a dub plate and plate in the dance and the song was run out. And that's it. So all of a sudden I have to play a certain drum pattern. If I listen to Woman Like a Shadow, it's a lot of wonder, but it's ever that kind of grooves that make you move different than Georgia. They wanted, I never want the regular tick, tick, tick. Every song was playing like that. And I started changing everything. So it kind of create a different element to how people want to dance and move their body and everything, you know. So it's a big up to Channel 1 and everything. Because them really look out for me, you know.
I have a question for you, Sly. I
Uh-huh.
mean, there's so many performances that you have done, and which one do you think is your best or your favorite?
Hey, you know, every performance I will put my all in it, you know, because you see what happened. We're treating the people them live, all right? I mean, the people come and what they hear and record. Sometimes we try and outdo ourselves back and maybe play it a way that they can enjoy themselves. So every time I go to the stage, I always like start praying from the whole weekend. If I know I'm going to stage next week, I start peering out because the concert will go down. Start
Right.
exercising something and try working on that and focus on it. So I think every concert I've played and I really respect everything, but there's some concerts that stood out which like most of the concerts with Black Uro, those are
Okay.
killing, I tell you, because it was like freedom of playing music, you know, and being Black
Yeah.
Uro like African is like a whole different kind of, you listen to Black Uro music, it has something different about it. Even although they don't play a lot of it, and they play maybe Shine Eye, like Shine Eye Girl, or Guess It's Something, and there's so much
Right.
there that if people hear them sing and people want to hear them sing and they never hear from really it, you know. But Black Hole
Yeah.
performance, I would say, all the world came Peter Touch now.
Okay.
There's a wicked performance with Peter Touch, you know, because like we were given freedom to play. Everyone wanted to carry the music a certain way. You know, want to
Right.
play and these people have some great songs, so we're trying to perform the songs and instead of just play about the songs, you know. So my job one, Robbie was able to hold a bass and drum and really rock the place, you know. When it's a dub wise, when you go to the dub wise, the place must lift up, you know.
Okay. Yes. Dynamos.
No boy, sir.
Yeah, man, we have to athlete, man. Yeah, man. Even when I'm playing on tour, like I can tell you something when it's a tour, Live Park, Robbie, was a feeling tour with the Live Park came on tour. So I was so out of the original Blackpool musician, I was the only one. Because Bubla wasn't there. We had a guitarist named
Okay.
Sia who played Michael Rose. So Michael Rose was performing and you know, I said, boy, I'm not going to play extra hard because the people come to hear certain things because this is what I'm hearing in Black Hole. So I remember when we went Connecticut and we played that song, I ran to say, oh man, Sly, I saw you 35 years ago, man, and you're hitting those drums harder than before. Man, what's up, man? You're killing. I said, really? I said, yeah, man, I'm out in the front, man, and they told me, you're killing those drums. I said, thank you very much. Hey, I'm hearing this, I'm follow Black Hole, like a cult, Black Hole, like a cult, you know. Because, you know.
Right.
Because we play the music and you don't hear everybody music sounding like Blackwood. Blackwood music is totally different.
True. True. True.
Totally. Because it's also Michael sing and the whole concept is just, this is how you feel like playing. Just like Dennis Brown. You play a different way for Dennis Brown from when you play for Blackwood. Can't play the same way. Totally different artist.
Okay. Wow.
No. As we look at the music, reggae music in
Yeah,
Jamaica, and the
yeah.
artists, you know, we used to have a lot of prolific singers.
Yeah.
What do you think we need right now to bring back, you know, singers?
Wow. You see what happened in the world? The world is changing, you know, today and the technology
Mm-hmm.
True.
it's coming in and the technology sometimes kind of make the work easy, but at the same time make it hard. So what I like about the whole electronics and everything, I kind of like the email, which will make a mail for fast. So that is good. And
Mm-hmm.
in the studio, you could make a song today, burn a CD and send it off to somebody or email it to them immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That is good. But there's some other part of the thing where really make people get lazy. And
Mm-hmm.
you like when you like now in the studio, people can you can sing one line and you don't have to sing it all through the song. We take it and put it other places, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're
Right.
singing it live, probably you just sing every time you're coming to sing it, you probably approach it from a different kind of view because but nobody would notice that you're singing it slightly different kind. You're feeling it a different way now and going on. I said, boy, that part is feeling nice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you
True.
find out like within the music now, the feeling has gone. It's not there no more. So When I listen to like a burning thing, I go back and listen to some Studio One, I listen to some Channel One stuff, and I listen to all the big producers, Treasure Island, these things. You notice that the music have a different feeling. Like you can't picture yourself sitting over the musician or body singing in the studio. No, you can't picture that no more because you're feeling another. When you listen to alternate sing or example Dennis Brown or Ken Booth singing or the Gaylords or Bob Marley singing, you could actually feel it. Sometimes I sit down and well made and shout when you hear some song, man, I say, "Boy, I don't think I'm bad. But you don't get that excitement no more because it's just not there. Maybe Barry man is one of the only man who really carry that kind of touch and
Yeah.
you didn't
Yeah.
know. But say it's hard to hear that vocal that can really move you. That's what
Yeah.
you grow up in probably in a situation where you go up listen to music and go to party. When you hear a good tune. You hear a good tune. You go to a party now sometimes. He says, go to the dance. Say, when you hear a good tune, it's like you leave the party. You can't even sing a song when you're going because you don't hear anything.
True.
So what we can really do now is try and educate the youth. If I keep on playing back some of the old songs on the radio at
True.
times so they can
Yeah.
really learn where it's coming from. Because if you don't know where it's coming from, you don't know where you're going, and that's the problem into.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
So we
Absolutely.
have to, because I grew up when I used to listen, but sometimes I go back and I listen, I've catalyzed the whole week. And I listen to mental because I know that's where it's coming from and start learning back something, learning again. So, wow, wicked. And, I sit down and I say, boy, I listen to some more tone. I said, wow, and I listen to the music of today. And I said, music of today, all right, but the most one and the studio one and everything are bad.
Yeah.
So I have to go back all the time to studio one and listen and then take a little piece that I hear and try and bring it back to now. If you don't do
Right.
that, I mean, you go out there playing, but you're not connecting with the people because there's no real connection because they do that thing called, it's a kind of trap. I mean, it's all they're feeling, it's fine, but I don't think the people are really feeling it because people used to be on the bass line. People, when I hear that drive there, it's like you accept the music same, but you figure something is missing.
Yeah.
So this is what they have to learn where it really came from and what people grow up to this. And this is what kind of all the foreigners and to reggae music is this bass line or pumping at them in and them. It is
Right.
constant groove. But all of that is kind of missed. Because I even listened to the radio a couple of days and I tried to hear some with a tough bass line. I can't hear it too much. And when I'm growing up, every day you hear a song, it's a wow, one weekend. Murder, we listen to the radio part of the party. They used to say, who play that song? Who school that? I'm saying, brand new song, But brand man, the DJ said, brand new for you. And I'm drop it up and say, what?
Yeah.
You run up on them, man. When you leave the party and the next day, and you bring him to the corner and talk about it, I said, boy, I'm going to party and the man jump up. And then it's going to have something. I'm saying, boss, you want to hear the tune? I don't hear people talk about that no more. I can just,
Yeah. I see our co-host Francine just joined us as well.
True.
Francine, top of the
okay.
morning.
Grand Rising,
Hello,
Francine.
Francie. How are you?
Good morning. I am so sorry to be late this morning, but I had so many things to do. So I'm just running in. Welcome. No, me can't say welcome again. As we,
You're here, man. You're here. Sure.
We're just glad
so
you're
how are
here.
Nice
you?
that you're here.
Yeah, man. And it's a pleasure. So, Mr. Dunbar, how are you?
But I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We're just talking about the music, what makes you happy in the music. And we have to keep
And
the listeners really, really happy too.
that's right. And I know that music makes you happy because you have been doing it so well for so long.
Yeah, man, it is the only thing that makes me comfortable, man. I will do that all day, man. I will just sit in the studio. Sometimes I'm not even playing, just being there, give it a vibe, because you're thinking, and sometimes we're there, and sometimes people just walk in and talk about something, and just start making the music from the argument that people are talking about. That's how I can relate
So
to this new music.
is it that the music is what keeps you young as well? Because I realize that you have not aged a bit, So
Well,
is it that
I don't know if it's the music, other people love it sometimes what I do, trying to please them in every form. Because when we're making the music, first thing we have to think of is you. We
right?
don't think of you ourselves. We think of you first. And we try to say, what if they can like that? We have to do it away so they can understand it. So what we do, we don't make it too complicated sometimes. We try to make it simple so everybody can follow and listen to what is happening. But what we try to do, we try and get a good groove and a good drum
That's
beat. That I mean,
true.
everybody can understand a drum beat. You know, so once I find that drum beat and I put it in, Robbie put the line around it, they say that's cool. They can understand it. So we try and please you all the time. You're first we think of when we make it music. 'Cause like we have this album called Red Hills Road. And
Beautiful.
Red Hills Road
So my last
is a
question
club.
before I turn to
Yeah.
Red Hills Road.
Yeah, we have an album called Red Hills Road, yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Mhm.
Yeah, and what happened is like,
Oh,
you know, on the
so
album there's
let me
something.
ask you this. So Sly and Robbie, right?
Yeah.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I mean yeah, something cut out, yeah.
Oh, okay. The duet, is it? Are you still active?
Yeah man, active man. Yeah man.
Oh, yes. No, meaning, are you still working together
Yeah man,
as a
we're
team?
together, man. Yeah man. Can't stop. 'Cause if the thing is that
You know why I'm asking? Because there are
yeah.
so many persons started out together as a team, and in a couple of years after they have separated. So I'm happy to know
No man,
that you are still a team.
we're
That is
still
so
together
good.
because we always go back and look and say, you know, we have to we always remember where we're coming from and we work hard together, and we always say two is better than one, you know, and we don't quarrel, don't say anything, and I try and please one of them, make one another happy, very happy. So we always think about where we're coming from. And you know, and God put us together. Although we started out separately, that everybody had a name for themselves, but when He put us together, it blossomed more. So we say
Right.
we can break that bond that the Father has set for us. So we just keep
Very
on
good.
doing it, you know. Because you have a lot of friends who are there, they don't want to see us split up because we motivate these people around us,
Mhm.
you know.
Very good.
Yeah, so we keep it
Very,
together, man. We keep it together, yeah, man. So I was
very
saying that
good.
the Ready is what album that we put out now. There's some song on it like we go back into the Kumina yard. Like there's a song called Carnation Market and a song called Linton Market. And if you listen to those records, it came to went back into the culture of Jamaica to bring it forward. And I said this is where the music is coming from. And in a couple of dancehall songs, I think like most of them like instrumental and thing, you know. We just make music to try everybody find a little niche where they can enjoy it, you know.
But from your go Linstead Market, Coronation Market, I mean, that says it all, you know, man.
Yeah.
That
Because
says
they
it
when we
all.
make Furniture Market first, I said no, the album can't come out to Linton Market, you know, cannot come out without Linton Market because Linton Market. I mean, this song about can't make it go Linton Market, not a quarter, so we can't leave out Linton Market. So
Can't
we're
leave
going to
it
make a
out.
tune specially called a Linton Market, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That brought me back just now. I could hear my mom in my ears singing that. She wrap up her head and she put on her bar basket and
All right,
she carry
don't say
cut to
anything.
that.
I can tell you something now. When we're making Furniture Market, I sat in the studio. And all I could picture in front of me is the woman coming from the field, a cutlass, and a
All
basket
right.
and stuff, and going home to cook dinner, you know,
Yes.
for the family, you know. And I said,
Yes.
boy, you know, I said to somebody, I said, boy, that's a vision, this woman coming from the field with the cutlass in her hand and the basket in her hand, and she coming and when she walk, she's singing this song home because she walk, you know, she never always sing this little song, you know, by themselves.
Come over here,
I
some
said, boy, I said,
Nothing can shake you down.
you see that?
That's it.
Same way, same way.
That's Furniture Market, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
So
that's
we try to
true.
capture.
Wow.
So we try to capture the element that the boy have to pay respect to all these people because I know my mother comes from the country and I have an uncle living in Westmoreland which is transport the country people to the Coronation Market to sell their goods and even pick them up back and carry them back when they finish and like on Saturday or Sunday morning back to Westmoreland and everything. So I said the old movement, I said we have to really celebrate all these people because they provide the food for us and we have to make something in their veins and make them realize that they make us real happy, you know. So
Yeah.
sometimes we look at the whole thing, like even how the taxi man them feel happy when they meet a taxi because they feel good, you know.
Of
That you know to
course.
somebody, you know, so they have the limited market, we have to say something about the people, all the people who live in limited and everything. So that's someone want make music sometimes is looking at what is happening in our environment and just we call it some name And the people inside of the store may feel good and everything, you know.
You know what I'm curious about? I know I'm hogging you up from the men a little bit, but I'm very curious. What was that experience when you did the Reggae Got Soul documentary with regarding Toots? Because that was big.
Which one was that? The one I did about Port Royal?
I was reading it in your bio in 2011, and you did it you collaborated with Larry McDonald.
Oh, well, I know. I know what you're talking
The story
about.
of, Toots and the Metals on BBC procedure.
No, Toots in Memphis. I think that was the thing. We went to Memphis in the US to the album with Toots. Robbie, myself, and Mikey, and Larry McDonald. So we did it in Memphis. That was Toots in Memphis. So maybe I think maybe it came out of that year in Reggae Got Soul or something like that.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
What was that? What was that like?
It was great because Toots sometimes don't like Otis Redding, a singer from Memphis. So Toots have this kind of soul kind of rendition. So they said they wanted to do the project in Memphis. So we flew up to Memphis to get the real atmosphere of the place. So we record that album. And they use a producer from Memphis to produce the project, you know. Then it came out real good because a couple of days I was listening. I said, this album is really, really good, you know. And Toots' vocal performance, and it was immaculate. Always a good voice, Toots.
Yeah, respect, yeah.
But I really miss him too because in the last album I played, and it was the album I won a Grammy for him. 2 times I was at the studio, Time Tough, or Got to Be Tough.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard that he was sick and had cold, I couldn't believe it that he died, you know. It shocked me. I don't believe it.
Yeah, it's
COVID
saddening.
take out a lot of people, man.
Saddening.
Yeah.
And still.
Because he was so active. He was working on with some of the poets on new things. He was so active. So we didn't
expect that. I remember when I went to England, I think for the first time, I went with Toots. When I was a kid, and there was like an all-star band there, like forcing, I think Dennis Moore, but he did a special concert at a place called Hyde Park on a rock festival. And he was one of the first like Jamaican artists to go on that kind of stage, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And when we meet up all the time, when him always talk about it, when him say, yeah, pop up, man, remember them days, and say, yeah, man, that guy was just a youth still, you know. But him always check for a lot of people around him, you know, Toots.
Right.
Yeah, man. Enough respect. Really nice person.
Max, you want your piece of Coronation Market?
Me I love fear it, you know.
yeah, man. Drop it. Yeah, man. People them stand that, man.
Sure. All right, hear this.
Bring it down,
You'll get a piece of Linstead Market now.
I might choose.
Yes, indeed.
Rhythm.
Yes,
Yeah,
Sly. Bring you
yeah,
forward.
man, you know? Eh?
So we bring you forward. We could redeem them, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, we
man.
have to go back to the Kumen, how to just make it popularize it and make people realize where the whole thing will come from, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because as a kid growing up, I used to see it play, and they still play it, you know? In St. Thomas, they still have it. The Kumen dance and these things, which I love very much, you know? There's this whole atmosphere,
Mm-hmm.
and the people that must having fun, and this is the enjoyment of the music, you know?
Yeah,
So I try to bring that element to the music back again, you know?
absolutely.
Well, Sly, I am honored. I am honored beyond words to even
Yeah.
be talking to you right now. Because when I was a teenager in school in Flatbush in New York, we outside jamming with a little boombox, you know, and you when I lick, so respect.
Yeah, man, no respect, man. Give thanks, man.
Francine.
Love it, man.
Francine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just thinking that it's a blessing for him to start it out so early and can still hold that current vibe right now.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
it's
And you
a blessing.
get a lot of good teaching from the elders. Like I just say, people like Light Park was there for
Right.
me when I was just leave school and started. Auntie Colin was there and learning from the people like Light in the Catalyte, Jackson Tour, Tommy Mafu, Boris Garner, all these big musicians I learned from. I still respect them to a lot, so much. Joe Isaacs and all these other drummers, you know. So we have to really look at my part of it. The work that they have done, I have to keep it up because they have done so much great work, so much great work. So I have to keep it alive for them. And even sometimes I talk to Joe Isaac, he lives in Canada.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, boy, we love what you do, boy. You take the music, I carry it all the way, and I'm saying, he enjoyed so much of it. Look, I never, in the same time, never noticed he could have kept the music, could have got him with him. And something really feel good. And so I would say, we just have to make Jamaica. Every time I go there to play, you know, I was thinking of the Jamaica flag. And so what the fun? A Jamaica, me friend, you know. Me Robbie always say, Jamaica, but beat this is Jamaica, you know.
True.
Wonderful.
Yeah, man.
Wonderful.
It's funny you mentioned Joe Isaacs because last night I was just talking to this brethren who do some managerial work for them, for him and Brian, and tell him, say, boy, Sly coming on today, so I need you to put together Joe Isaacs and Brian so we can have them together. So the circle really, a light up.
Yeah, so Joe Isaac is the one who took over from Light Names, and I learned a lot from him as a drummer.
Yeah.
He was the one who played a tune like Fatty.
Yeah.
He played a whole tune and playing a whole sort of. I trying to organize that I'm gonna get
the soul vendors. They were the soul vendors.
Yeah, I get an OD from the government for the kind of work we're putting, you know. I'm really putting the work. And he was the one who played Rocksteady, you know.
Yeah.
Played Rocksteady, you know. And then played for Johnny Nash, Hold Me Tight. And then played for Take It Easy, all them tunes. So he was really the one who created Rocksteady.
There was a rumor going around in the studio once, because sometimes we go in the studio and you hear musician and artist talk. Some people usually say, if I know so, or somewhere near so. And they used to say because Joe Isaac couldn't play the drum pattern so fast. That was one of the reasons why reggae really started. You know?
True. He tell me that. Tell me that just lie. Couldn't kick them off a lightning to leave, you know. He said, never take over the share where lightning is the play. He said, we couldn't hold it up, and him said, Jack, me to quarrel with him and say, well, you drop the 10%, and Jack, me to put money. He said, all right, you know, look here where you can hold it. And said, we can hold it, and Jack, we all come to you with the music. That's why it's slow down soon, like train is coming, baby, and
yes.
I've got to go back home and I'm soon there. It can't start coming down so slow. Because of him, you know? And all this thing like bend down low, the original version, realize and everything there, you know?
Okay.
Well, I talked to him, I wanted him, he make a call at me yesterday, but I missed the call, so I was give back a call yesterday.
Yeah.
So we still stay in touch, you know, because I make him know the boy, he was the man who paved the way for me. If he wasn't there, I wouldn't be here.
True.
Yeah. You have to be real, because sometimes a lot of people, they like, it's them create this thing, you know. I never created anything, it was there. I just come and improve it, add to it. Because the elder them created long time like this and all of them man, Jamaica, all of them man has done, you know, create the whole thing.
In reaction.
So when a man said to me, I'm the best, I said, no, I'm not the best, man. I just be myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the best drummer, really. I just do myself.
Sure.
Because I respect every drummer. And I love a love for every drummer. So I said, no, I just do myself. I just, I can't play like the next man. I probably the next man can't play like me. So I have to respect everybody. Everybody have a different style and approach.
Absolutely, absolutely. Flavius, Francine, Courtney, before we get out of here, I give only one question each. Because I'm going to play Rasta Fiesta after that. So Francine, you go first.
I was tempted to ask a crazy question,
Yeah,
even though you play so excellent on the drum, but because sometimes you may play well on the drum, but you might have a little love for another instrument. So what's that love for which other instrument? Or is it just a straight drum, no other instrument?
No, I love piano very much, and I like guitar, but I love piano.
Okay.
I love the piano and I love guitar, but the piano and the drums, my two favorite instruments.
Beautiful. And what's your favorite place to play? Where's your favorite country to play?
Well, so I always love playing Jamaica. As I said, Jamaica is always home, and it was Jamaican people that would be where I am today. So I often get Jamaica to play, the favorite place to play.
True.
Definitely. When I used to do all those sun splash, it was really, really nice, man, to play back for the people, man. Really, Jamaica. Although I go all over the world, and again, the reception is great and everything, but Jamaica is always home. That's where it started,
Flavius.
Yeah, one question that you haven't, we haven't asked it and you haven't really said it. What's the genesis of Sly and Robbie?
Repeat again?
How did Sly and Robbie come about?
Okay, Sly and Robbie came about, like for example, Red Hills Road. We go again at Red Hills Road, right? We used to do sessions in different studios. So we used to meet at Eyeglass Rest, downtown, Randy's Record, North Parade. So so we used to meet there because this is where you go to meet all the musicians and to probably get sessions, And if you're producing record, the countryman will come in and you're probably the first man to see him before going to the record shop. So when I buy a record, they go inside and make a man play the record so you can hear it and then buy maybe 6 records or 3 records from everything. So we used to be down there. So I was going by Channel 1 one day and I can't get a lift up there. I said, all right, so you drop them there. So that's the same boy, we're here working, doing some sessions. So you don't have to do anything, you can pass through and everything, because sometimes we just here playing, Them start passing through. So what happens now, we start doing some sessions together, and things like that. And I remember Robbie was playing in a band, and then the band we used to play up on Red Hills Road, a club called Evil People, and then I was playing at Tit for Tat Club. So a friend of his called Tauta, a keyboard player, who played on No Man Cry, and we played together on Money in My Pocket, the original version. He said you should come over and check out this drummer called Tauta know me before. So they came over, listening, and he said, boy, the singer playing, I love playing it. Then he started asking about some songs, some like for the bass song, and some Johnny Clark, and say, yes, them and everything. So what happens now, we did some like a session, but when the whole meeting will kick off now, Bunny Lee, great Bunny Lee, the late great Bunny Lee, probably asked him to put a session with him together. And I will put a session together, and I think it was John Olson to play. I don't know if it's Too Good to Be Forgotten or something. I don't remember what song it was, but there was a song. I just started, and we started working together, and Bunny Lee's last session at nighttime at Origin. Then I went on a tour with Dennis Brown in England. Dennis Brown, a big youth. So when I came back, Robbie had went to New York with Peter to look about some signing with the Rolling Stones records. So when I came back in with Robbie said, boy, Peter, put the band together and really what I like, we play for one. Yeah, man. So we joined Peter band and, start working together and sharing room. The time we had tour, you have a low budget, so everybody have to share room and everything, And we couldn't live a big time, because it still have grow, and we decided to build this thing. So anything we have to build. So we used to talk about the elements and the evolution of the music, what we can do to carry it and how we can approach it and from what angle. And so at night time, me and Robbie start work when we go on stage, we try some little things, and then, sometimes we perform like in England, people never shout and tell people, let go Sly and Robbie, let go Sly and Robbie, and them go out the dub. And one night we were playing in England, and Peter leg up for 5 minutes, and me and Robbie take the spot and go and start rub the double down. And I said, leave them, them jam it. Peter never like that, Came into culture as well. Everything with their channel one Joe gives to them play. But people even want to dub. But after a while, him start get into it, you know. The more we play for him, you kind of see the elements, kind of see the reaction with the crowd.
Yeah, okay.
So him start kind of free it up. But he's one of the coolest persons. I never really tell you what to play, you know. All he was with Peter. He never said one word, play this, play that, the recording studio all life. He just play guitar and sing. I got about him business. So it kind of give you like freedom, you know. So that was good to develop ourselves, you know.
True. Musicians have to be free. Courtney?
Yeah, man. You have to get that freedom. They gave us total freedom. Never said a word.
Courtney?
I'm not gonna. Franco, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna really ask a question. I'm just gonna make a statement that we truly thank you for 5 decades plus of music, and those are great years, But for me, I love the days of Channel One when you're with Revolutionaries. So
that was wicked.
continue to do what you do, and enough blessings.
Yeah, thank you very much. Because that Channel One session bring forth a lot of artists to the front, like the Black Hole came out of those things, the Irony come out of them things, and Jimmy, everybody come out to Channel One was like I think a God bless you at the time, and it helped me develop myself into a drummer, learning sound, and as a musician and as a producer, which I don't call myself a producer, I call myself more than a musician. So the revolution being a part, there was so much freedom of playing with all these musicians that they gave me the opportunity to play. So as I said, enough big up to the Channel One days and the revolution days. And boy, sometimes I go back and listen to some Channel One thing, and I can't believe it's me playing all them things. There's some wicked things that I've got to practice them back, them think about now to play back, because and I said the music was free music I play. I've got to learn them back. Because, you see, people always wonder, how we reach into the record, kind of when it's the red light, you have to play steady, anything again go for, and they change it at the rhythm. Yeah, I have to know exactly when people say, oh, you do it, and the thing just flow. I say, well, we just play, because it's free music, and for Africa, because I was center myself on Africa, that I play, because Africa, the rhythm nation of the world, so once you get that, yeah, but it's couple times really.
You can hear it in the music. You can hear it in the music.
Yeah.
Africa.
Yeah, man. I never leave it out. I always have it in there. So if you go back and listen to Being a Man Tune Foundation, that was the last year I said, you can hear the percussion in the dancehall scene with the whole African vibe.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, man.
Well,
can I say percussion now is a real instrument.
Okay.
And that alone can rock the world if you get it right. And people relate to them things because it's natural sounding instrument. It's not a false thing like, so when you hear the percussion sitting with all in the dancehall drum beat, you can't do nothing but moving like people, like somebody said to me, like, somebody come and say, Sly, what do you do to them music? I say, what else? Them say, up thing the supermarket, island, a sound a play something and them play murder shows, and them say, boss, what you do, man? Them say, them say, and then right after them say, they play Mission Impossible, and they play Be the Man for the song. Him say, boss, let me hear the song there. Him say, I call me the Sly, I could go back in them thing there in the car right now. They don't sound like them thing there, man. So him hear the thing. Him say, stand up and hold him and I said, Jesus Christ. I know them can't believe when we hear them play some other song, and when they go to the other song, they say, no. The man called me, started to look for me the whole day. I said, no, what you do? I said, I don't know, we just try to see what the people that want to take to them.
True. Well,
you have to think people, so you just try and get them what I'm tired of. You can't know what I'm tired,
Yeah.
You just keep quiet. So you try and say, all right, I'm getting enough of this, so I'm move it, so a little bit, so because our future depends on the people. One musician, I talk like the people depend on them. We depend upon the people to make be who we are.
True.
So we have to make them feel happy all the time.
Well, I get greetings from a virgin of yours, the musical ambassador, Trevor Elliott. So big ups every time.
Yeah, no man, I'm boss that man. The great Trevor man. Great producer,
So,
man. Nice brethren.
True. So I want to thank you on behalf of Max 18, Francine, Flavius, Courtney, and myself for taking time out and being here with us this morning.
Well, I tell you so that I was glad I do this thing to this morning because I can just feel a vibe that I go wicked and I tell you so right now I can go on for the whole day and talk.
I know.
And I really, really enjoy this moment and time because I tell you from yesterday, I look forward to it, you know, and the boy, I'm up with the fun time for this thing, you know, I'm lucky because this thing from Pamal call and tell me, so right now, Pamal call and tell me this, can't let her down, you know.
True.
So I have to get into it, and it was a really enjoyable moment, you know. It's one of them things where it's not like an interview, it's like it's a treat.
Yeah.
Everybody's sitting and it really flow, you know.
It's a chat session, you know.
Yeah, man, nice. I love it.
So we're gonna close out with the Rasta Fiesta, cause I
Yeah,
find
man,
Rasta
yeah,
Fiesta. So
yeah.
you know, just stay safe and continue doing the
And
good
you,
work.
all of you, stay safe and just hold it down with your mask and everything, you know.
Yeah, man. It's a
We
blessing.
really thank you very much.
It was my pleasure, man. I mean, I'll do it again anytime.
Yep.
Well, we will ask again. Yeah,
Yeah, man, most
definitely
definitely, I remember, you know. As I say, this is not a one-hand thing, you know. There's a lot of bunch of people together make music happen. Why this happen, why that. Because doing this, we need another elevation of certain things. And people listen to it and people learn from it and everything. So we have to be together. To make everything go on, we have to be together, man.
True. All right. Blessings and one love, my brother.
Yeah, the Rasta face, man, right and anything.
Yes, indeed. With that, we got to get out of here. We thank Sly for taking time out this morning and for being here with us. But before we go, I want to play this daily inspiration, and then we have Queen Lubafu in the Garifuna language with our father, and Tafina with Tekwa myself to take us out of here.
Breathe deeply and relax. Guide and guard thoughts of creating the good day today, beloved.
Yes. So breathe deeply. Inhale and exhale. It's good for you. So I'm in the language of the Garifuna. Going to ask Queen Lubafu to say the Our Father for us and take us out of here. Tomorrow we'll have Cook and Curry. Actually, tomorrow we have Real Sports. And our guest tomorrow is Mr. Eric Bennett. And he will be here tomorrow to talk to us about some real sports. And then our chef from out of Tapioca, Chef Sinclair, will be here again. So, Queen Lubafu.
You lead us
Barry.
soon, Fula. You belong far away away. Ajugwala lebabu seru. Lida mua, lida sungfula. Lida mua, lida sungfula.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was
Well,
trying to say.
unfortunately, this
I
is
no
it.
longer
Till
do
next
what I was
time.
gonna
Bless.
do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know what set me I think of flee. Me I fi take away me